Okay, so I am going to show you, we're going to make this beautiful card. And it's done with sponging. And the sponges, Stampin' Up sells 3 different types of sponges and a sponge brayer. So we have the sponge Dauber. It's kind of nice when you want to have concentrated areas to sponge. Best idea is to rub it on your stamp pad and then kind of swirl a little bit on here and then start working from the edges in. I find it difficult to get a nice smooth blend with this, but these work well. And then there's the sponges, and they come in a great big circle like that, and I cut them in 4ths because that gives you plenty of sponging, and you just hang on to the corner like that, and you dab it on. You could rub it on your stamp pad, and then again a little bit onto scratch paper and then onto your card. This makes nice texture if you want to have a stippled sponging type thing. So if you do it like this and then you tap like that, see how it's not smooth? You can rub it in, but I like it kind of for stippling sometimes too. So that's Stampin' Sponges. And now we have these new tools that have just come out. They're called blending brushes. Well, these are sponges. This is a very velvety feeling, very velveting. I think that you could use them for applying makeup. Rub it on your cheek to blend makeup. Be very soft, or you can use it as a cleansing brush. Put a little bit of facial cleanser on there and just scrub away, kind of like those brushes that you can get. At any rate, it's got little, it's just really cool. You get 3 in a package, and they have a handle. You could use it from way back here, but you don't have much control over how much pressure you put on. So that's what we're going to use to make our card. So you're going to need an 8.5 by 5.5 sheet of this is gosh, got a mind blank, Flirty Flamingo. And I chose it because of the sponging that I had done in here. So that's the card base. And then this is 4 inches by 5.25, and this is what we're going to be doing our stamping on. And I wanted this to look like a sunrise. So to show the idea of clouds in here, I'm going to be using the Calypso Coral. So the colors of inks are the Mossy Meadow for the ground and for the trees. I'm going to use Calypso Coral. Going to use a little bit of Bumblebee. And the sky is going to be Seaside Spray. And I love it. Absolutely love it. It's one of the 2019-2021 in colors. So it's going to be retiring at the end of June, and I'm going to be I think I'm going to hang on to it because it is a great one for making skies. And that's what I'm going to start with. Now you can have a separate brush for each one, each color, but I found that I can do this pretty well with just one. So I'm holding it in here, and you have to be kind of careful on the pressure because this does bend, and I imagine if you were really hefty with the pressure, it might break off. So I'm going to start a little bit on the side, and then we're going to just kind of rub it on the cardstock. And the harder you press on your ink pad, the more ink you're going to fill in on your sponge. So you work on it, going in circles until you get how much you want in color. And just kind of smooth it all out. Okay, so this is early morning, so it's not going to be a really bright sky. And then I'm just going to scrub off the excess ink. You can see there's still a little bit here. I have used this once before and I've washed it, and the ink color pretty much came out. It didn't stain like these sponges and stuff stain. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is add the sun coming up. And this I'm going to put right here at the skyline, because it's just coming up. Maybe a little bit more. Like that. Then I'll work off the excess for that. Since I'm blending these all together in the sky, I'm not too worried about getting my brush real clean, because it's not going to come off on my ink pad too badly, because I'm not pressing that hard. That would be, if you don't have a real clean one, that's what the concern would be. Then I'm going to add just a little bit of pink for the clouds that might have been there, kind of wispy clouds. Add just a little bit of pink in the sunrise. This is really a quick card. And then for the grassy ground with the mossy meadow. Now I am going to work off as much as I can of this. However, this is the darkest color, so I'll start at the sky, at the horizon. That looks pretty good. And then I am using the Touch of Nature. No, Rooted in Nature is this one. There's two cases to this with a lot of stamps. I'm going to be using this tree one. I'm going to stamp it in the mossy meadow. Gotta have one more so that it balances out. Where to put it. Okay, got quite a bit of force this time. And for a greeting, I am using from the Quite Curvy stamp set this greeting that says, "Thinking of you makes my day." This is a new set that's in the January through June mini catalog, and has dies that go along so that you can cut these out. It's a wonderful set. I'm going to stamp it with the mossy meadow. Make sure it's right side up. I'm going to put it right across the top of the trees. Like that, just floating across the sky. Okay, then we're ready to put this onto our card base with the with the Stampin' Seal. There you are. I have struggled with this Stampin' Seal, getting it to work right, and I have found, well, it depends partly on which package, because some of the packages seem to work better. And what happens oftentimes is the adhesive comes off the roller part, and it's hard to get it going. But if you start up where there is some, pull it down, and then I find if I kind of twist it at the end, it helps to keep it from being pulled off. And then we need an embellishment, of course. Now I'm going to show you a little trick. This is made, it's called a 10-second bow maker. And the website for ordering them, it's around $10. It is I Teach Stamping.com. And this is a bow maker. Hand tying the bows is good, and I do that often. What's nice about this is you can choose the width of how wide you want your bow to be, clear down till you can make a little teeny tiny one. And I'm going to make one this size, and I am using the retired All the Trimmings Ribbon Combo Pack. Sorry, it's retired. It might be available on the closeout rack. So what you do is you wrap it around like that. You take the top one under, and then you tie your knot. Come on, straighten out there. And you can slide it along so it gets square centered. You could wrap it around a couple of times, 3 times. I've done that once or twice. But just be creative with your bow. Like that. And then you can either take the pegs out or just slide it up. And it makes a gorgeous bow. But don't tell anybody I told you, because it's contraband. No, actually it's not contraband, because Stampin' Up does not sell a bow maker. And it certainly makes life easier. And it makes beautiful bows. I'll put bow up there at the top. And there we have a card all done. All you have to do, you can put a piece of white cardstock in the center. That would be 4 by 5 1/4. Or you could just write your greeting in here, or you could stamp one. And then don't forget to put your name on the back, because you're an artist, and artists sign their work. So I will do that. This is a retired stamp. Several years ago, we were able to order personalized stamps, and so I had one made. And there's the Make a Difference stamp set that has a copyright stamp included in it. So I have tucked that here at the bottom of it, and this just stays together like this. And my stamp says, rain or shine, it's stamping time. And in very fine print, you can hardly read it, it says www.soggystamper.com. Wish that were a little bit bigger so that people could actually see it better. But that's my signature. So you just need to put something on there, you can sign it by hand. I'll give you a little bit of a sneak peek of some of the things in the new catalog. We have, this is Celebration, started right on Tuesday. So our Celebration catalog has some wonderful Paper Blooms Designer Series paper. I have used that to make a couple of cards. This one was a real simple one with the Designer Series paper. I also used it in this card. The Darling Donkeys. To me, that donkey that's sitting down, let me show you better. See him sitting down there? Kind of looked to me like Eeyore. So I stamped him and cut him out, and then I cut the ear so that instead of going up, it hung down, kind of like Eeyore's, and I colored him. And then worked to get Eeyore's stick house. This is about as close as I could get to it. And this card uses the Approaching Perfection stamp set, which is really great. It has the candles and a balloon, and it says happy birthday. It says newsflash. Birthday's found to be good for health. Can't read the rest of it because it's pretty small. Anyway, a great thing, and I chose to use, if things really do get better with age, then you're approaching perfection. You get some ombre paper. And you can, any of these things you can choose for a $50 purchase. There's a nice corner stamp. And this one that's a Heal Your Heart. It has some really nice sayings with a very flourishy script to it. And there's the Flower and Field Designer Series paper. Very bold colors, but very, very beautiful. And then if you spend $100 or more, you can choose this Touch of Ink, which has butterflies and a hummingbird and flowers. Or you can get this bundle of Designer Series paper. It's called Berry Blessing Stamp Set and Berry Delightful Designer Series paper, and you get both of them for free when you have a $100 order. It correlates with in the January to June catalog. There is a whole suite of berry. Okay. Right. Guess I'll go to the back. In the back is a index. And it has bundles. Sure it was here. On page 44. Yeah, so here's the bundle. You get the stamp set and you get the punch for a 10% discount, or you can get them separately. And that coordinates with this paper. Notice this little dotty paper here? You punch out that with the strawberry punch. With the strawberry punch, and you have, voila, instant strawberries. So that's for $100 purchase or more. And you're not limited to $100. You can choose however much you want to spend. It's easy to really get a whole bunch out of the new mini catalog. One other thing I want to point out about the mini catalog is this birthday chick. Hey, birthday chick. It is a darling stamp set with this chick that has the tousled hair on the top and the little chick that's tiny. And remember last year in the celebration, there was a Hey Chick stamp set. And this coordinates with that stamp set. And next month, in February, you're going to be able to buy this set plus dies, and I think they will come as a bundle. I'm not sure. Maybe just the dies will be separate from this. And also they're going to bring back the Hey Chick, and it has dies this year. So something to look forward to for February. And this celebration, they're going to have 2 celebrations this year. The first one runs for January and February, and then the next one is in July and August. So it be kind of a fun thing to look forward to twice a year now. So that's about what I have for you. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, be sure to contact me, Sue@soggystamper.com. Or call me on my cell phone number, 907-401-0192. Check out my blog, www.soggystamper.com. And you can shop with me 24/7 by going to creationsbysue.stampinup.net. Appreciate you watching, and go check out my YouTube channel. It's Soggy Stamper, because this video will be up on the YouTube channel shortly, and then you can watch it again if you want to get measurements or something like that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a great weekend. See you later, next Friday for sure. Bye-bye.